What's up, YouTube? See something special on the Yeti? Yeah, there's a winch in there. Got a ARB snatch block on there with a Night Eyes S-beaner. Makes it easier to just hook it up. And got some new skins on it too. New shoes for the Yeti. We've got the RC 4-wheel drive IROC Interco. The IROCs, the Interco Super Swampers. Pretty sweet tires, nice and soft, very grippy. And yeah, as you can see, I already tested them out. They work great. And yeah, there she is in all her glory. Winch on the Yeti. Let's get rid of this body so you can see how this works. And you can see the winch is all up inside, nice and protected. Excuse the mess on the bench. I've been working all day. It was a rainy day, so got to stay home from work. And we're working on the RCs all day. And finally got the electronics done on this. I did the install a few days ago, and I'm gonna upload a video of the actual install. Although this is not the winch that went in when I did the install. The winch that went in when I did the install was this one. Little three racing winch. You can see it's smaller and it's plastic, so I wasn't too happy with that. So I went ahead and put my RC 4-wheel drive 9.5 CTI. Went ahead and put that one in there because I actually originally bought this one for it, but turns out the kit, which here, let me show you the part number for that. Here's the kit that makes this possible. It's a Gearhead product, GEACHA002. It's a Yeti winch and roller fairlead mounting kit. Come on, there we go. So yeah, what it is these plates that attach to the light bucket tabs right there, and then that attaches the fairlead from that 3 racing winch. It's got to be that one. I think the older RC 4-wheel drive winches might work with it also, because the one my friend has this same type of fairlead, that it's basically that entire bottom plate of the fairlead is actually attached to the plate. That's the bottom plate of the winch. And with the newer ones, of the RC 4-wheel drive ones, they're not. The fairlead attaches to those 2 silver screws that are right there, and then the bottom plate is separate. So that's why you need to have that 3 racing one, or possibly the older RC 4-wheel drive winches might work, because I believe they have this same style of fairlead. So that might work, but basically the kit is meant for this 3 racing one, which, I mean, it worked. It was actually pretty strong. I don't know, I didn't like the idea that it's plastic. And I already had this one, so I figured I wanted to use it anyways. So only I had to do a little modification. I had to attach it a little differently. You can see I still have the bottom plate on it, and with this one, it just this plastic plate, that's what the winch attaches to with those 4 screws. It actually has holes that line up with those screw holes, but on the RC 4-wheel drive one, they're too wide, so it doesn't really fit on there. So I left that bottom plate on. I put another piece of plastic underneath with a couple of screws and sandwiched that plate in between them, so that holds it on nice and firm. So I was able to use that. I just had to get rid of the stock fairlead also. But yeah, there it is. That's how it works. Works pretty well. And then the way I did what I did for my controller, I went with one of the wireless Warren controllers, the RC 4-wheel drive ones. I didn't want to chip switch radios, so I just did that. Velcroed it onto the radio right there, so I can steer and control the winch with one hand. So basically, my grip's gonna stay the same, and then with my fingers control the wheel, and then with my thumb control the winch. That way, I can still drive the truck while I'm using the winch. And then I put the receiver unit inside the faux fuel cell. The wires coming out of here. And since I'm running the truck on 3-cell, and I don't want to run the winch on 3-cell, because I've heard of a few people burning them out with running them on 3-cell, so figured might as well just run it on 2-cell. It's strong enough with that, so I'm running a separate 2-cell pack for that. So a little zippy 2200 pack. These are my old Merv batteries for my mini Revo. So I'm running different batteries now, so I had a couple of these laying around, so just use one of those for that. So I got a separate pack for that. So there, and then since I was already running my my battery standing up because it doesn't really fit too well the other way, that worked out better. So plenty of room for it there. So yeah, I got both my battery packs in there. And there you go. Then one more thing, I know these things have a lot of steering play, so I know in my other video, my upgrades video, I showed how I did the Traxxas links on this, the Traxxas slash 4x4 links. So another thing that had a lot of play were the pivot balls in this steering link from the servo to the steering thingamabobber. I can't think of the name of that for now, but yeah, I changed out these two metal ones, they're Traxxas ones. My 110th Revo came with a few extras of these, so I went ahead and put a couple of those in there. Took out most of the play, but it still has a little bit of play in the linkages and stuff. So I already ordered the Vanquish parts to replace whatever you call this piece, and then the tubes and the bearings. So I already ordered the parts, so I'm gonna get rid of most of it. Even though just changing those pivot balls made a huge difference, because before it was like from there to like there, just play. So now it's just that. So there we go. Little update on the Yeti, and that rest of that play is going to be taken care of, and that should do it. You guys take it easy. Just wanted to show off the winch.